Hi class, I'm going to work through a few homework problems from section 3.6, solving linear inequalities. The first question says write a verbal description of the inequality. It's really important that you recognize the symbol for less than and greater than, but we read expressions left to right. And so this expression is y less than -7. And so we have two that have the less than -7. But this first one says or equal to. The or equal to sign is if there was a straight line underneath the less than symbol, which we do not have. And so the correct answer is that last option, y is less than -7. This question says solve and graph the inequality. We're actually going to solve inequalities exactly the same way that we solve linear equations. I'm going to rewrite it over here to the side. To solve for x, subtract 16 from both sides. So x is less than or equal to 8. So that's what you would type into the box. And now I'm going to show you exactly how to graph this expression on WebAssign. Okay, this is what the number line looks like on WebAssign. Remember our answer from the previous screen was x is less than or equal to 8. When it's less than or equal to, we're going to select one of these brackets down here that I'm toggling back and forth. But because it's less than, you want the bracket to be facing all of the numbers less than 8. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this right bracket, and then I'm going to select 8. And do you see how it showed up on the number line? And do you see how the top and bottom of the brackets are facing towards the numbers that are smaller than 8? There's one more thing you need to do to finish up this graph. Do you see this pencil? It's the second one next to the arrow. It says draw. I want you to select the pencil, and then just anywhere on this line of these numbers that are smaller than 8, I want you to select it, and that's how you make the graph on WebAssign. Okay, let's try another one. This one says solve and graph the inequality of 7x plus 7 less than 6x. I like my variables to be on the left side, so I'm going to subtract the entire 6x. This will be x plus 7 less than 0. Subtract 7 from both sides. X is less than -7. That's the answer that you will put into the box, and then I'll show you how to graph this one as well. Okay, from the screen we had x is less than -7. Because it's a less than symbol and not less than or equal to, that's when we use the parentheses. We're going to select the right parenthesis because I want it open towards the numbers that are smaller than -7. Now -7 is not marked on the number line, but it's right in between -6 and -8. And that's where I'm going to put the parentheses. And then I'm going to select the draw icon and touch anywhere on the line of the numbers that are less than -7. And that's how you make the graph on WebAssign. Okay, let's try that again. Solve and graph the inequality of 14 minus 4x greater than 10. First, subtract 14 from both sides. -4x greater than -4. Divide by -4. Remember we talked about this in class. Anytime you divide or multiply by a negative number, because it was a -4x and now it's a positive x, the inequality sign changes to the opposite. -4 divided by -4 is +1. So you would type in x is less than 1. And now let me show you how to graph that on WebAssign. Okay, so our answer was x is less than 1. Because it's a less than, we'll use the parenthesis. I'm going to select the right parenthesis and then touch +1. Notice that the tips of the parenthesis are pointing towards the numbers that are less than +1. Next, turn on your draw icon and select anywhere on the number line that is less than +1, and that's your graph. Now we have the inequality 26x plus 6 less than or equal to 12x plus 48. Subtract 12x from both sides. 14x plus 6 less than or equal to 48. Subtract 6 from both sides. 14x is less than 42. Divide by 14 on both sides. X is less than or equal to 3. And then one more time, I'm going to show you how to graph this on WebAssign. Okay, the answer was x is less than or equal to +3. So I want you to select a bracket and put that bracket on 3. Again, the top and bottom feet of the bracket are facing towards all of the numbers smaller than positive 3, turn on your draw icon, and anywhere on the line that's to the left of the bracket, the numbers that are smaller than positive 3, touch that line, and there's your graph of x is less than or equal to 3. Okay, next, let's look at this word problem. It says you can rent a minivan from Company A for $280 per week with unlimited mileage. So I'm going to say Company A is just a flat $280. A similar minivan can be rented from Company B for $150 per week plus an additional 25 cents for each mile driven. So Company B, it would have an equation of 0.25x plus 150. Here's the main question. How many miles must you drive per week so that the rental fee for Company B is more than that for Company A? I want to first know how many miles will it take so that the prices are exactly the same. So if Company B is 0.25x plus 150, when does that equal Company A, which is 280? Okay, so I just built an equation. Now let's solve for x. Subtract 150. This is 0.25x equals 130. Divide both sides by 0.25. And please go ahead and just use your calculator. X is 520 miles. Okay, think about this with me. If you drive your minivan 520 miles and turn it back in, your fee is $280, which is exactly the price that Company A would charge you, $280. Go back to the question. It says, how much do you drive so that Company B is more than Company A? To be equal to Company A, it's exactly 520 miles. To cost more than Company A, the miles, which we'll call X, has to be greater than 520. Look at these bottom three answer choices. The first one, X is greater than or equal to 520 miles. That one is not the correct answer because it's greater than or equal to. If it's equal to, Company A and Company B cost the same. The question says, when does Company B cost more than Company A? So it's not going to be this answer choice. The next answer choice is X is greater than 520 miles. Yes, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for anything above 520 miles. The reason the last one is not correct is because it reads X is less than or equal to 520 miles. Anything less than 520 miles will be a cheaper price than what Company A is offering. So the correct answer choice is X is greater than 520 miles. Okay, that's all for this video. Please let me know if you have any questions on this homework assignment.